Hello and welcome to another edition of the HTXT.Africast sponsored by Rectron this time around. Today, we're having a conversation around artificial intelligence, specifically as it relates to Microsoft 365 for personal and family. Artificial intelligence has been a mainstay of large enterprises for a very long time now, but these days, the power of artificial intelligence is right at your fingertips. As regards Microsoft Copilot, which is part of Microsoft 365 for personal and family use, you get access to one of the most advanced artificial intelligence platforms available right from your taskbar. While you may not know how to use it, that's the point of today's Africast. We've sat down with Microsoft's Ilana Baragwanath to chat about use cases for AI, how you can use it at home, how you can use it on the go, and more importantly, if you run a small business, how you can harness the power of artificial intelligence to make your business run that much smoother. So be sure to take a listen to this podcast. It's well worth it. And big thanks to our partners at Rectron for helping bring this podcast to life. Copilot is now available in more Microsoft 365 for personal and family applications than ever before, and on more subscription offerings. Instantly cover large writing segments in Word, turn images into attractive presentations in PowerPoint, create custom budgets in Excel, and stay on top of all your tasks with smart to-do lists in OneNote. All of this at just the click of a button, automated by AI. To find out more, visit www.rectron.co.za or contact the Microsoft account manager at Rectron. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Africast. My name is Brendan Lotz, and today we're talking all things Copilot and Microsoft 365 Copilot Chat. Of course, this is an emerging technology that has taken the world by storm. You can't look left or right without seeing somebody talking about artificial intelligence, and we wanted to find out more about Microsoft 365 and Microsoft 365 Copilot Chat. And we wanted to find out more about Microsoft 365 Copilot and Microsoft 365 Copilot Chat. So we've enlisted the help of an expert. So from Microsoft Africa, joining us today is Ilana Baragwanath. Ilana, good morning, and how are you? Maybe you can tell us a bit more about yourself and what you do at Microsoft.
Good morning. Hi, thank you so much for having me. As you mentioned, I'm from Microsoft. I'm the modern work go-to-market lead at Microsoft, and I'm responsible for taking Microsoft 365 Copilot to market.
Yeah, so I think let's start off with the developments in AI over the last couple of years. We've seen massive investments in this space, and as a result, we've also seen a lot of solutions coming to market, in particularly Microsoft 365 Copilot. So I wanted to ask you how Microsoft 365 Copilot will tell us more about it and how it leverages AI to enhance productivity for its users.
Well, the rapid adoption of generative AI technologies such as ChatGPT, which everyone knows, has really been remarkable. ChatGPT reached over 100 million users within just 2 months of its launch. This showcases the immense demand and potential for AI-powered tools. If you look at Facebook, it took 4.5 years, and Instagram took 2.5 years to reach the same milestone. So this is massive. It also shows the swift uptake, highlighting the transformative impact on AI and user engagement and productivity. So Microsoft 365 Copilot is a groundbreaking AI assistant integrated into the Microsoft 365 suite, designed to enhance productivity and streamline workflows. What Copilot does, it leverages advanced AI technologies, including generative AI and natural language processing. That's just by the way we're talking now, by integrating AI seamlessly into the everyday tools that we know and that we love, like Word and Outlook and PowerPoint and Teams, making advanced capabilities accessible to a broad audience. So by leveraging AI, Copilot empowers users to work smarter and faster, to allow them to be more creative and drive significant improvements in productivity and efficiency.
Yeah, I think that's an important thing to note is that AI is really a complementary tool that should be being used by people, not a replacement for something. It's more
Mhm.
something that's complementary to my mind.
Absolutely.
So my question to you now is, I've heard of Microsoft 365 for many years, but now we have Microsoft 365 Copilot, and I'm wondering how it's evolved since it was first introduced, and what are some of the recent milestones in its development that you could highlight for us today?
Well, there's so much change in the development and also so many new announcements in the last year. Microsoft 365 Copilot was introduced in 2023, like I said, with the aim of integrating AI into the everyday tools that we use. And in 2025 alone, Copilot was expanded to include personal and family subscriptions, making AI assistance accessible to a much broader audience. And earlier this year, Microsoft launched a new product, Microsoft 365 Copilot Chat for businesses. This AI agent offers real-time chat functionality that can automate business processes using natural language commands. I mean, it's so super cool. Announcements also included unlimited voice access, allowing users to integrate with AI assistants hands-free in over 40 languages. And this feature was highly requested and significantly improved user accessibility. Copilot also became fully integrated with WhatsApp and Telegram, which allows streamlining conversations and providing AI-powered assistance within these platforms. And the Copilot apps was launched for macOS and optimized for iPad as well, offering seamless experience across different devices. So, I mean, if you think about it overall, based on customer feedback, and that's also really important, we love to hear from customers and we do take feedback very seriously. We've made more than 700 product updates in the last year and shipped over 150 new features. I mean, the speed at which this is developing is just phenomenal. We've also added support for the GPT-4o model, and we've dramatically improved performance. Copilot responses today are more than 2 times faster on average, and response satisfaction has improved nearly 3 times. And we continuously hear customer feedback and kind of improve on that as well.
I mean, just from my side, I've seen that improvement in speed. I remember when I was first using Copilot, it wasn't that responses took a long time, but you do notice how much faster it is now since the support for the GPT-4o model was introduced. And it's great to hear that Microsoft is taking user feedback really seriously, considering that users are the ones that are engaging with this tool so often.
Yeah.
So I want to hone in a bit more on Copilot Chat. You mentioned that it was a new product that was launched earlier this year. Maybe you could give us just a bit more insight into what Copilot Chat is, and just some more background so that our listeners know about it and can use it a little bit more effectively.
So I'm so excited to talk to you today about this for this specific listener base. Because Copilot Chat is a powerful AI-driven chat experience that is free and can be downloaded from your app store for consumers and businesses. Copilot Chat leverages the latest generative AI models, so Copilot 4o and the latest as well, to provide intelligent responses and to assist with various tasks. So honestly, it's changed my life, both personally and professionally. An example, I don't use a search engine anymore. I always go to my Copilot. And I want to challenge you all to do the same. Take your first step and try out AI if you're a little bit nervous about this and about trying AI, and just see where it takes you. Like a great example I have is I like going for walks with my daughter. We live in Cape Town and we go in the mountain and we see a pretty tree or a pretty flower and we take a photo of it. We upload it in my WhatsApp to the WhatsApp Copilot in there, and we ask Copilot to identify it and tell me some cool facts about it. And it just creates such a beautiful and awesome discussion with my daughter and I. I also really enjoyed using it during Black Friday. I listed all the products I wanted to buy. I asked Copilot to find me the best specials in my area, And it saved me hours and hours of shopping and searching. So that was really a really great use case that I used as well.
That's a great tip. That's a great tip.
Yeah. And what's so great about M365 Copilot Chat as well is it's designed to bring AI to everyone in a free, secure, and enterprise-ready way. And what do I mean by this? Well, if you look at the stats, employees want AI at work, and 3 out of 4 people are already using AI at work. And here's a challenge for businesses. 78% of those users are already bringing their own AI tools to their companies, but their companies have not caught up yet. And this is a very clear signal. Businesses need to integrate AI now to stay competitive and support their teams effectively. And here's where Microsoft 365 Copilot Chat can come in. It's free and it's secure. So it can help businesses take control of AI usage at work. It ensures employees use trusted AI tools instead of unapproved alternatives. It protects enterprise data with Microsoft's enterprise standards, keeping it private, compliant, and secure. And it finally enables organizations to manage and audit AI usage, giving them full visibility and control over AI adoption across their workforce, which is really important.
Yeah,
it also
absolutely.
It also provides access to agents, which is integrated into the chat experience. So this is also free for web-based agents. So that's agents that are just using or calling data that's in the web, or it's paid for work integrated agents, like if you were calling a third-party system or your SharePoint system. And you can think about agent as a digital helper that can help you understand your commands or perform actions that make your work easier. For example, automating repetitive tasks. So a web agent I quite enjoy is the agent that summarizes AI news for me. Other examples are learning coaches, which helps users understand complex topics, like breaking them down into simple, immediate, and advanced summaries. And it also provides good guided practices and learning plans. And another really great free agent is the prompt coach agent. So if you're new to Copilot and you want to improve on your success rate of receiving valuable responses from Copilot, this is a really great one because it helps users get the most value from Copilot by suggesting use cases for you and helping you with your prompting of Copilot. So businesses really use agents to transform their business processes and those things that are more repetitive and that use like a very specific set of data. The agents are a game changer.
I love the prompt coach agent idea. That's I think is so valuable because it's so important that you feed Copilot exactly what you want. But I think a lot of people are so new to this, they're not really sure because it's so intelligent. They think they can just be like, so what's the tree 5 houses down from me, you know? So I think it's so valuable that there's a way to help businesses and their employees get the most out of these tools as possible. And that's why I love this prompt coach agent so much. I think it's a really great solution to helping people get more hands-on with the AI processes and the AI tools at their disposal.
Right. The better your prompt, the better your response out.
Absolutely. So that's really great. I also really love that security is so top of mind for Microsoft. I mean, that is a given, but it's so great to hear it coming from somebody at Microsoft Africa that it's such an important aspect for you guys when developing the software.
Yeah.
So if I get all of this with Copilot Chat, what's the difference between this and Microsoft Copilot and what applications does it include?
That's a really great question. So while both Microsoft 365 Copilot Chat and Microsoft 365 Copilot leverage AI to enhance productivity, Copilot Chat focuses on conversational interactions and agent creation, making it accessible to like really anyone. But in contrast, Microsoft 365 Copilot integrates deeply into the various Microsoft 365 applications. So this is your AI assistants integrated into your applications like Word, Excel, Outlook, and Teams. What this does is it supercharges these apps, supporting you in the context of your work. So what I mean is, for example, Copilot in Word. can help you creating and understanding and editing documents, whereas Copilot in PowerPoint can help you with drafting a presentation or adding or editing slides or even summarizing decks, that kind of thing.
And do you have any other examples that might be appealing to people outside of businesses even?
Yeah, so think about this as having your very own AI assistant, okay? So let's try some of these out. Think about maybe needing your meal preparation for the week. With Copilot in Word, just enter your dietary preferences, your servings, and Copilot will create a polished recipe ready for your kitchen. Or maybe you want to update your household budget for the new year. Ask Copilot in Excel to analyze your budget and offer ideas to set you off for a great start. Or if you want to string together a slideshow of your holidays to share with your family and friends, why don't you give Copilot in PowerPoint some details about your holiday and watch it create the narrative for the flow and the slides and the design, and then you just add some of your favorite pics in it. One thing I always struggle with is, I come back from holiday and I have this email backlog for days. Yeah. Copilot in Outlook summarizes these lengthy email threads for me, and it takes that coming back anxiety away. It really helps with that. Also, I have this brain dump of all of these things I want to get done. I just jot them all down in OneNote, and then Copilot helps me by summarizing it, rewriting it, and creating task lists for me as well. And then the one thing I use a lot also is the AI image generation. I specifically use this myself in PowerPoint presentations. It helps me really create some fancy looking presentations, and I add unique images in a matter of seconds that wows my audience every time. It's so cool.
I really love the using it for meal preparation. So recently I sat down with Copilot, and I'm sure everybody knows this. You kind of get 5 or 7 meals that you're okay with cooking every week, and you just kind of cycle through those. And I like trying new things, so I put in my dietary preference into Copilot. I said, "Hey, this is what I like to eat. This is my budget every month, and I need some new exciting ideas." And within minutes, it had generated me a shopping list, recipes. It explained like the diet or the nutrition of those recipes. It was so great. It just took so much stress off of my shoulders, with something that I didn't even realize was such a stress every week. So yeah, I think our listeners should really try and find ways that you can automate, as it were, these tasks that seem very small, but they start to add up over the week, and it gives you so much more free time. So yeah, I think our listeners should really try this and share it amongst yourselves, right? Like I chat to my friends often about like how we're using AI. A friend of mine wants to develop a game, so he's asked Copilots to teach him how to code and where he should be going for this training. So it's endlessly useful. I think the only limit really is your imagination.
Yeah.
So, Ilana, I wanted to find out, we spoke a bit about responsibility and ethics in AI. So I wanted to find out, what does Microsoft mean when it talks about responsible AI standards?
So Microsoft Responsible AI Standards are a set of principles and guidelines designed to ensure that AI technologies are developed and deployed ethically and responsibly. These standards focus on several key areas: fairness, reliability and safety, privacy and security, inclusiveness, transparency, accountability, and accountability. Can I repeat that?
Yes.
Sorry. Okay. So repeat. Microsoft Responsible AI Standards are a set of principles and guidelines designed to ensure that AI technologies are developed and deployed ethically and responsibly. These standards focus on several key areas: fairness, reliability and safety, privacy and security, inclusiveness, transparency, and accountability. By adhering to these responsible AI standards, Microsoft ensures that individuals can trust the AI technologies they use. This means that users can rely on AI systems to be fair, secure, and transparent. Responsible AI practices lead to more reliable and safe AI systems, enhancing the overall user experience. Users can feel confident that the data is protected and that the AI is working as intended. Inclusiveness ensures that AI technologies are accessible to everyone, including those with disabilities or from underserved communities. This makes AI tools more useful and beneficial to a wider range of individuals. And if I can maybe give you some examples, like for inclusiveness, the Seeing app uses computer vision to narrate the world for blind and low vision users. Or for accountability, Microsoft has created the Office of Responsible AI, which sets policies and governance processes to ensure the ethical development and deployment of AI technologies.
I think that's so important, that ethical deployment and development of AI. And it's so great to hear that that's a core part of Microsoft's development of AI in Copilot and Copilot Chat. So really, really great to hear that that's a core concern for you guys. I think that a lot of users will be comforted to know that is a baseline that you guys build off of.
Yeah, and also under privacy and security, the Microsoft Cloud for Healthcare is designed to be compliant with the HIPAA regulations as well, which is the strong encryption and data handling practices to protect sensitive health information. So that's another really great example.
Ilana, something you mentioned was that businesses can use their own data for AI purposes. So I'm wondering how Microsoft ensures that corporate data that is used for large language models is handled responsibly, because I'm sure that's a major concern for a lot of business owners.
Yes, and this comes up a lot. So Microsoft ensures the responsible handling of this corporate data by stringent privacy and security measures. Customer data is not used to train the AI models. All data remains under the customer's control and processed solely for the intended service, on the customer's tenant and on where the customer's data sits. It never is used to train the models. We comply with GDPR and EU data boundary regulations, along with other data residency commitments, and we ensure adherence to privacy standards. We also use advanced security techniques to prevent and protect sensitive information. And Copilot includes multiple protections against harmful content and unauthorized access. Users have control over the data with transparency about its usage, about robust privacy controls across the services, as I mentioned earlier as well. And a lot of these measures provide confidence in the security and privacy of the information while using Microsoft 365 Copilot.
I think that's really important, just so that our business listeners are aware that if you feed something into Copilot, it's still your data. It's not being used to train. I think that's so important. And on that note, I want to talk a bit about how businesses and even individuals can boost productivity in their daily lives with M365 with Copilot. Do you have some examples of how AI can help especially smaller businesses that may not be able to afford a massive operations team? And do you have some ways that Copilot can be used to help efficiency and boost productivity?
Yeah, absolutely. You've got lots of examples. So across industries and companies of all sizes, we're seeing people using AI to work faster and smarter, allowing their teams to spend more time on more valuable and strategic work. Small and mid-sized businesses are really actually leading the way in this, using Microsoft 365 Copilot to streamline their workflows, they boost their productivity, and we're seeing them drive tremendous growth by doing this. And SMBs have shown how quickly adapting to new technologies like Copilot can reveal really real and tangible results. Making AI as part of their day-to-day work, these businesses are seeing improvements in productivity, in collaboration, and in efficiency. One of the ways we're seeing Copilot help is speeding up time to market. Copilot are helping businesses across industries, bringing their ideas to life and getting them to the finish line more quickly. We've done a recent Forrester study, which was commissioned by Microsoft, which found that faster time to market increased top-line revenue by up to 6% for the surveyed businesses. Wow. We're seeing lots of examples of how SMBs are leveraging Copilot. Healthcare providers are using the draft and summarize feature in Copilot in Word to summarize complex scientific data tables, cutting content creation time from weeks to days, while meeting stringent industry standards for accuracy and reliability. Employees now dedicate more time and effort into data analysis, ultimately improving the quality of the final output. Customers are using Copilot in Microsoft Teams to analyze customer feedback, identify trends in product development, and speed up delivery timelines, minimizing delays for product delivery. And marketing teams are relying on Copilot in Word to help create campaign briefs in as little as 30 minutes, a task which previously took up to 3 hours for them. And teams now react more quickly to the social trends with these new campaigns. So really great insights that are coming from the various businesses. Another way is where Copilot is helping small businesses is by driving efficiency. One of the key advantages of Copilot is helping teams manage repetitive and time-consuming tasks. And businesses can turn to Copilot to speed up these routine tasks, such as drafting reports and summarizing information and managing schedules. So these automations not only save time, but help reduce the risk of issues and helping the teams to direct the energy as well to more creative problem solving and innovation. Again, we've seen a number of customer references that listeners can take a look at and understand how Copilot can help them in creating efficiencies. And some of these include, for example, at British Columbia Investment Corporation, employees use Copilot to generate notes and summaries, allowing the team to have more focused discussions and effective problem solving. Employees reported a boost in productivity between 10 and 20%, thanks to faster and more efficient financial analysis and improved decision-making processes. Employees at Flow, which is a financial platform for venture capitalists and private equity investors, use Copilot to streamline data management, bringing together technical, financial, and regulatory data from Word, Excel, Teams, and Outlook into one easy-to-understand format. Copilot helps them summarize and cross-reference complex financial and regulatory documents, acting as, if you think about like a shared brain that removes bottlenecks and speeds up project timelines. And this helped Flow deliver innovative financial solutions faster and more effectively. The Rider firm is another example. They create and distribute performance bikes. They use Copilot in Excel to improve inventory management and help to automate the consolidation of product specifications, allowing the team to standardize and organize data more efficiently. And healthcare organizations use Copilot to create personalized experience, enhancing patient care by pulling vetted data on approved wellness practices from SharePoint and other connected apps, which combine all this information into tailored recommendations, ensuring a personalized experience for each patient, allowing the healthcare professionals to spend more time focusing on the patient outcomes. These are just a few of many, many examples, and our customer reference site has a link to all of these where the listeners can go and read up about a little bit more about each of these and have a look at how Copilot is really transforming a lot of the various industries and customers.
We'll definitely link to that in the story that this podcast is embedded in. So be sure to click that and go and take a look at this. We'll also link the Forrester study that you mentioned, just so folks can get a better idea of how effective these AI tools are within businesses. So yeah, thanks so much for that, Ilana. That's really great. I really love the focus on healthcare and wellness, especially with NHI coming to South Africa, and that's being able to give individualized care, especially with the ability to look at a patient's whole data, their whole story, as it were. I think that's going to be something that folks probably aren't ready for, but I think it will be a pleasant surprise surprise to them. Still using a search engine? Try using Microsoft Copilot instead. Included in Microsoft 365 for personal and family, Copilot supercharges your search, offering context and the ability to get deeper insights on any topic you can imagine. Go beyond search and use Copilot's integration across a multitude of Microsoft apps, including Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, and Word. Copilot Plus PCs can also enhance your Windows 11 experience by baking AI right into the operating system. To find out more, visit www.rectron.co.za or contact the Microsoft account manager at Rectron. I want to move on now to transformation, and you've already touched on it, but I'm wondering how can businesses transform quickly and get the most out of Copilot, just so that they are maximizing the value that they're getting from the solution.
So I would say effective training is key to getting the most out of Copilot. Focus on hands-on and role-specific learning to help employees understand how to incorporate Copilot into your daily routines. We've got apps, we've got tutorials, there's resources, there's workshops. Keep refining your skills and constantly use Copilot throughout the workflows. Make this a daily habit and start small. Like I said, just for example, changing your search engine. You've got to break this habit of, changing and getting used to bringing AI into your work. And I would say adopting Copilot isn't just a one-time process. It's really important for businesses to regularly assess how it's being used, find areas where it's creating value, and identify opportunities to improve. You can track the usage, gather employee feedback, see how it's refining your business processes or if it's making an impact, and identify where automation saves time and where additional support could help increase adoption and transform other business processes.
So something that we love here at Hypertext is reports, especially annual reports that take a look at something. And one of those reports that we really enjoy is the Microsoft Work Trend Index. And I know that it gathers data from over 30,000 people across 30 countries. And the latest report highlights key trends, such as the growing role of AI in enhancing productivity. I'm wondering if you can tell us about one of the challenges that the Microsoft Work Trend Index highlighted in most recently.
One of the growing issues that it highlighted is the issue of digital debt, where the influx of data and emails and notifications is so overwhelming for employees, leaving so little time for creative or strategic thinking. 64% of workers report that they were struggling with time and energy to do their jobs effectively, which directly impacted innovation and productivity. So
something in the Work Trend Index was that some of the key themes were inclusiveness and accessibility. So how does Copilot cater to different user needs, including those with accessibility requirements?
Yeah, so, we also I said when we were talking about the responsible AI standards, we spoke about inclusiveness as well. So Microsoft 365 is designed to be inclusive and accessible, ensuring that all users, including those with accessibility requirements, can benefit from their capabilities. And some examples are like the screen reader support. Copilot is compatible with screen readers, which allows for visually impaired users to interact with AI assistants effectively. So it provides detailed guidance on using Copilot with screen readers across various applications like Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and Outlook. Copilot also offers voice commands, enabling hands-free interaction. So this feature is particularly beneficial for users with mobility impairments. And Microsoft also offers a dedicated disability answer desk, which provides technical assistance to users with disabilities. And the support team is trained in using popular assistance technologies and also offers helps in multiple languages, including American Sign Language.
That's so great to hear. I love that focus on accessibility for folks who may not be able to use PCs the way that the majority of people are able to use them. So yeah, really great that there's that focus. And I think it's something that kind of has run through Microsoft since its inception. Even in the gaming side, I think one of the products that we loved the most was an accessibility controller for the Xbox. that gave people with disabilities a way to enjoy these games that Microsoft produces. So it's so great to see that trend has continued even in this super modern era with artificial intelligence. So
And
big ups to you guys.
there's so much more than what I've shared here today. So if anyone is interested to learn more, they can also reach out.
So I want to move now to focus a bit on South Africa. So I think there is a sort of incorrect thinking that a big company like Microsoft is focused on issues that only pertain to its market in the US or where it's headquartered. But I've long held the opinion that that is not the case. While South Africa's problems are unique to the rest of the world, I think that companies like Microsoft do a lot to help address the challenges that we face here in South Africa and the African continent at large. So I'm wondering what unique challenges do people in small businesses in South Africa face, and how does Copilot help address these challenges?
Education and skills development, I'd say, is one of the key challenges. And I'm really, really, really super proud to sit here today, as I feel that there are really exciting times ahead for South Africa. 2 weeks ago, Brad Smith, in collaboration with President Cyril Ramaphosa, announced a 5.4 billion rand investment to bolster our Azure infrastructure and drive digital transformation into South Africa. This investment is not just about technology, it's about our people as well. Over and above the infrastructure investment, we've made additional commitment to skills development, ensuring our youth have the expertise to leverage new opportunities and drive innovation. We've made significant investments into AI skilling of youth and AI startups and continue to do so. I'm really excited about that. And you spoke about a big American organization. In the context of that meeting when they announced it, President Ramaphosa actually said to Brad Smith, "You're an American organization with an African heart," and I love that.
I love that.
But I'm not answering your question. Hey, so from a Copilot perspective, Copilot can also help with skills development in the following ways. We've got the Copilot Academy, which is available to all Microsoft 365 Copilot users. We've got the Copilot Skilling Center, and Copilot can also help with learning experiences and offering tailored recommendations and insights on individual learning needs and preferences. If you think of some other challenges, I would say smaller businesses always say competition from larger companies, and how Copilot can help with this is by enhancing productivity, by automating routine tasks, allowing for small businesses to focus on strategic activities and helping them compete more effectively. Copilot can assist with the challenge of limited market reach because it can help by creating marketing materials, analyzing customer data to identify where new market opportunities exist and help expand the reach in that way. If you think small businesses also sit with high operating costs, Copilot can help streamline operations and improve efficiency by reducing operational expenses and optimizing resource allocation. We often talk about a lack of skilled labor in the country. Copilot can assist with training and onboarding of new employees, helping businesses develop and retain skilled workers. Regulatory compliance is a big issue for us as well. And here Copilot can help provide guidance on regulatory requirements and automating compliance-related tasks, making it easier to navigate these complex regulations. Small businesses often also struggle with cash flow management. So Copilot can assist with financial planning, cash flow management, helping businesses maintain healthy cash flows and avoid financial pitfalls. And finally, I think small businesses also struggle with infrastructure and supply chain issues. And here Copilot can help by optimizing supply chain management by analyzing data, providing insights to improve logistics and operational efficiency.
Right, Ilana. So I think a very pertinent question is South Africa has a real employment crisis or a job crisis, really. And I'm wondering how Copilots could potentially, can it help me find a job?
Well, I think firstly, today companies across all industries are actively looking to hire candidates with AI literacy. So from marketing and finance to operations and customer service, understanding how to use tools like Copilot gives you a competitive edge. So even basic AI skills can help increase your employability and help you stand out in job applications and in interviews. So upskilling with AI, I would say, is no longer optional. It's a key differentiator in a modern job market. LinkedIn reports that nearly 1 in 4 US tech job postings now require AI skills, and they highlight a significant shift in employer demands. And the World Economic Forum in Future Jobs report reveals that AI and big data skills are increasing in importance more than any other skills category. But then let's talk about how Copilot can also help you prepare for an interview, by itself. So Copilot can help you create a professional resume and a cover letter. Copilot can help act as your AI-powered job interview coach. It can help you prepare for interviews. It can help you out, by generating potential questions and providing tips on how to answer them effectively. Copilot can assist you by exploring different career paths, by providing information on various industries and job roles and required skills. It can help you identify opportunities that align with your interests and your qualifications. Copilot can help you offer guidance on professional development, such as suggesting relevant courses and certifications and training programs to enhance your skills and improve your employability as well. And then let's not forget, Copilot can provide your daily motivation and inspiration as well by sharing success stories, career advice, and tips on staying positive during the job search process as well.
Yeah, I do just want to tell listeners, don't turn your nose up at the idea of Copilot helping you brush up your CV or your resume and your cover letter. I have a friend who's currently looking for work, and he sent me through his CV, and it was just a wall of text. I suppose because he's getting on in years like I am, and that's how we used to do it back in the day. But I fed it into Copilot. I said, "Can you make this a bit more readable, a bit more exciting?" And it kicked out a one-page CV, and he's getting responses where previously he wasn't. So don't turn your nose up at that. It's a really valuable tool for that purpose. And I know it's anecdotal, but since we're talking about examples, I just thought that this was worth mentioning. Don't turn your nose up at it. And I especially love the idea that it can give you an idea of different career paths, especially if you've been in a position for a really long time, you've got a set of great skills. Those skills might be transferable somewhere else. So yeah, I really love this. Like, utilize Copilot to help you find alternatives, because it has, like you mentioned, this huge brain that you can make use of. And yeah, don't let it pass you by.
And that daily inspiration really does help too.
Yeah, especially when you're not hearing back from people that you've applied at. So yeah, use it for that motivation. Use it to get that little bump that you need. So something here at Hypertext that we've been really excited about over the last year is the emergence of Surface Copilot PCs, and I'm wondering if you can just give us a brief overview of what a Copilot Plus PC is that's different from like the laptop that I have sitting here that is not a Copilot Plus PC.
Yeah, sure. So Surface Copilot and PCs are really advanced Windows devices with neural processing units, NPUs, designed to enhance productivity and creativity through powerful AI features. So what I really mean by this, an NPU is a chip designed specifically to run AI workloads directly on the device rather than running solely on the cloud. This enables faster performance, improved privacy, and offline AI capabilities, which sets them apart from traditional PCs. They offer real-time powerful tools like live captions with translation, even video calls or YouTube, and creative apps like Co-Creator, which allows you to generate images locally using natural language prompts. No internet needed, which is super cool. On-device processing means sensitive data like voice and images or personal files used by the AI models never has to leave your device, ensuring better compliance with corporate and regional data regulations. And finally, NPUs in Copilot and PCs can perform over 40 trillion operations per second. freeing up the CPU and GPU for other tasks, delivering smoother multitasking and longer battery life.
We've also noticed in our testing of a few of the Copilot Plus PCs that we've had in that they go for hours thanks to the chips or the processors from Intel and Qualcomm. They really do run for just absolute hours, which I think is fantastic for small businesses here in South Africa, where we are still constantly beset by load shedding. So that's really great. Also, just the Surface notebooks are fantastic pieces of kit. As somebody who's been reviewing notebooks for years, these are some really, really great computers, and I do highly recommend that our listeners go and check them out. Especially the models that feature the Qualcomm technology. It's just really exciting to see them working in the PC space and not just exclusively with smartphones anymore. So check out some of the Copilot Plus PCs, especially Microsoft Surface range. We'll have links to those as always, as we've mentioned throughout this podcast. We'll have links to them in the bottom. So Ilana, to wrap up, I think that you've provided so much great information here, but I think that it's still a bit daunting for people to take the leap into this new technology because it is very new technology. So I'm wondering if you could maybe give some advice on how businesses or just ordinary people can start incorporating Copilot into their everyday lives.
So I think getting started with Copilot doesn't have to be complicated or overwhelming. In fact, I think the best advice is start small, but start now. Here's how anyone, tech expert or not, can get value quickly. I think download the free Microsoft Copilot mobile app and start chatting. Think about this as your super smart assistant that can help you with anything, whether it's answering any question, writing any email, brainstorming business names or ideas, creating travel plans or checklists, translating even or explaining documents, anything you can think of. Just use that Copilot free app now just to start playing around and getting used to it. An example, I showed Copilot to a friend of mine who isn't tech savvy at all, and she used it to help write a birthday message to her friend in French. I mean, that's how simple and useful it really can be.
Yeah.
I think also start with one task a day. Are you always rewriting the same emails? Ask Copilot to start writing a template for you. Do you use Excel often? Ask Copilot to summarize a data set with just one sentence. So what I'd say is train a little, but use it a lot. We offered free bite-sized training videos and guides. These are quick 5-minute tutorials. Look at it while you're drinking your morning coffee. And my challenge to you is try one new feature a day, like summarize a meeting in Teams or rewrite a paragraph in Word, but use it daily. Maybe just start by break that habit of searching. Don't use a search engine. Use Copilot by default and use AI daily by doing that. Just use it. And then if you're a business, I would say choose a champion to drive this. Pick maybe a curious colleague or someone that loves exploring new tools, and they can be your Copilot champion. It doesn't have to be a techie to do this either. Non-techies can do it. You can even, it doesn't need to have IT skills. It's, this is how you land it. Like, it's about having a digital assistant in Word and Excel. All you need to do is say, in plain English, make this shorter, analyze this data, and it does it for you. No coding, no setup. But my advice is when talking to people, make it real. Show them how to ask Copilot to make a team lunch or summarize this page or write a birthday invite. Once they see it in action, it really clicks. So use it, show it, enjoy it, and feel how it's really going to change your life.
Yeah, and just to add on to that, focus on training. If you are a business, it's so important to keep training and keep showing your employees how they can use this technology, because the more they learn, the better it becomes, the more nuanced their prompts will be, and the more value you will get out of this. So yeah, make use of Microsoft 365 Copilot and Copilot Chat. I think that these are tools that you are only hurting yourself by ignoring as a business or an individual. We here at Hypertext use it all the time, not to write our articles, to be 100% clear, but we use it to help iterate on headlines. We use it to help us create campaigns and come up with ideas because when you're looking at a problem, it's often really so hard to find the solution, and AI can be that outside look and give you multiple ways to address something. So it really matters that how you use the tool, and as you say, Ilana, is to just use it. Just go out and use it. And I promise you that the more you use it, the more you'll see the value in it. Um, but Ilana Baragwanath, modern work go-to-market lead for Microsoft Africa, thank you so much for joining us. You've given us some really great insights into how this works. From myself, Brendan Lotz, thank you so much for listening to the Africast. We'll see you next time. Cheerio.
Thank you.
Built with security from the ground up, Microsoft 365 Copilot ensures that your data remains your data. With access to your personal data, knowing that it remains yours is important. And with Copilot is. You can safely ask Copilot to streamline your spending and offer advice on how to reduce your bills without worrying about that sensitive data being compromised. To find out more, visit www.rectron.co.za or contact the Microsoft account manager at Rectron.